Favorite thing about him, either a physical feature or personal feature or both. Okay, physically, I like his eyebrows. Thanks to Tammy for sponsoring this video today. Today is such a good hair day. Oh my god, Frederick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that's enough ego boosting. Hi friends, my name's Frederick. Today with multicolored nails, don't ask. Twitch stream chose these colors, so you're not gonna make fun of me, right? I'm gonna be hitting some answers to your cues. I'm never gonna say that again. Today we're gonna be getting ready and doing some makeup, so I'm gonna show you all like a tutorial, but we're also gonna be answering a lot of your questions about my boyfriend and my relationship, cause y'all nosy and some of y'all desperate. I want the makeup to match this top that I got, not my boyfriend, you know, another top. And we're gonna have fun because y'all keep insisting that you need a makeup tutorial even though literally I've done it before. But now there's 10 more products involved. Before we start, as you know, everything skin related, I tried to show you all the realistic skin I have. Just put on my sunscreen today. I recently popped her, him, and them. Why you ask? Because they were taking up too much space on my face and they hurt. And now they're flat. So it's easy to cover up that stuff with makeup. My skin may look dewy, but literally like if I wipe this, it doesn't go away just because that's just how my skin looks naturally now. And it's the lighting. My earrings also match today, as they should. Oh, my ear cuffs. Normally I put on my jewelry at the end, but I'm tired of that. Who says you can't look beautiful while doing your makeup? So earrings, ear cuffs, necklace, we're ready. I'm gonna give myself a rule. Every product I use, I'm going to answer a question. I feel like that's fair. First, we're gonna start off with Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's just the best primer out there for us oily skin people. And no, don't ask me to pull my hair back. I like my hair. I want to show it off today. And I'm just gonna avoid the size because who needs to put makeup there? I asked you all to give me some questions on Twitter. Will he be in some future videos, like possible vlogs or something? This is one of the most requested ones I get, like when are you gonna show his face? When are you gonna show him more videos? I think the reason why people always ask this is because traditionally on YouTube, people always do like the boyfriend tag, girlfriend tag. They always put their significant other in the video and they maybe turn into a relationship channel or just a family channel. And to that I say, no.
No! No! No, thank you.
I don't want to do that. I'd rather have privacy. Do you know what it's like to put your significant other on the internet and then they get unsolicited comments about maybe what they look like, or, ugh, he's not even that pretty, or I could be better. I don't want him to deal with that. Not everyone wants to see unsolicited hate comments every day. I can put up with it, you know? You can talk shit about me all you want. It just helps my algorithm. But for him, he's just someone who wants to have a normal life. And from day one, I said I want him to have a personal life. I don't want to show his face because I know what privacy is like on YouTube. I know the moment you get rid of that, you were kind of just exposed for the rest of your life. And there's always the off chance. I thought about this in the beginning, of course, like maybe we break up. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to do the we broke up video and then he gets hate comments saying like, you're such a bad boyfriend because you don't even know the sides. I remember I talked about it in another Get Ready With Me video about how you don't know everything. Don't comment on my relationship. Right? I feel like we do that as regular people, but at the moment it's someone on the internet, it's like okay to trash their significant other. So will he be in other vlogs? Yes, he'll be the one filming, or I'll just blur out his face. How did we meet? So I think I've said this before. I met on a dating app, not the one you're thinking of with hookups. And I know there's a stigma against meeting online or just like going on dating apps in general. And here's my thought. Yes, as much as I would like to meet someone in person and, you know, have them pick up the yogurt for me when I drop it, as I said before in a video a while back, it's not realistic. Like gay people, there's what? Less than 10% in the population. So you're already at a disadvantage there. It's literally hard to meet people. And at my age, I can't even go like to bars or hangouts and find people and connect. I don't know how to do that. So it's just easier to meet people online. And you don't even have to date them. It's just like making connections with other LGBT people. So it just makes it more convenient. And also, we interrupt this video with a commercial break. Are you single? Yes. Do you sit around all day on your phone looking for true love? I guess. Are you a hopeless romantic that's always always lonely and believes you'll never find true love and forever die alone.
I'm not sure how that relates to...
Well, try Tammy. It's the world's largest LGBTQ platform that lets you connect with other people in the community. We can assure you it's a safe, positive space, and you can meet new friends, partners, or just find another way to express yourself. Tammy has a discovery function where you can date or find friends, and it also has an in-feed feature where you can share photos and thoughts of your own, as well as see posts from other users. You can even live stream, where you can host your own or watch others and express yourself even more. Tammy is a free app, but with a paid subscription, you can see who's viewed your profile, you can like an unlimited number of people on there, and you can change your location all over the world. Now back to the video. Did y'all like that? I thought of it myself. So like the commercial person said, that wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
You can also live stream on Tammy, and I'm gonna be doing it August 14th. Frederick in the video said something wrong, so he's stupid. I'm sorry for him. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Link is in the description to sign up for the app, and we're just gonna be chit-chatting. I'm gonna answer some of your questions, and we're gonna be talking about my dating experiences in general, because there's a lot of failed ones on dating apps. My profile is Frederick Chin YT. Don't swipe on me. This is just for live streaming. Next up, we're gonna color correct. If you like orange blush, this is a great one. I've gone through only this much and I've had it for like 2 to 3 years already. I just don't wear orange blush anymore. This is very bright, so I use it as a color corrector to help get rid of, you know, some grayness around my mustache, or lack of. I'm just talking about the area. My under eyes, if I put concealer on, sometimes it tends to get gray too, so I put it there. Just a little bit, watch. Yes, I'm doing a TikTok too. You just want to blend this out with a regular brush or your finger. How do I know if they are into me? You'll know. You need to just trust your gut instinct. Everyone, I think, always downplays. Like, if you're not someone who's overly confident or just a complete narcissist, you're gonna be like, I don't know if they're into me. What if he didn't like me that way? So just assume the best, because if you believe that he's not into you, your brain is going to be like, oh, he's just saying that to be nice. It's more of a confidence thing. Like, you need to go into something being confident for it to most likely work out better. This is an analogy. If I'm going into a test and I'm saying I'm going to fail, it's not gonna make me wanna try harder. So if in a relationship, even in a friendship, if I think they have other intentions than just to be genuine and kind, it's not gonna work out for me. I'm helping that potentially fail. It may seem a lot orange, but it just blends in. And it also just mattifies itself. Like, you don't have to worry about putting powder over. We're going to no matter what, but it's just a tint of orange. And the reason why people do this is because color theory says mustaches, darker areas, at least on my skin tone, tend to go bluish gray, so the orange counteracts that. You could use very full coverage stuff, but I don't want to do that. Next up, we're going to powder it down just a little bit, not a lot. This also helps mattify my skin before going in with foundation. Jackie Aina method, I've tested it for years. It's approved because it looks good, and it gives a tiny bit of coverage too. And you want to usually put this in with a sponge. I just use the Tati Blendiful, sorry. So I just get that much, and then you just have it all over. How do y'all feel about living together? You ready to deal with each other 24/7? First of all, I've already dealt with him 24/7. Even if we weren't living together, like back when he used to live in a different area in New York City and I lived in my old apartment, we talked to each other every day. We hung out at least once a week, so it wasn't like long distance or online per se. And I think he stayed for a total of a month, maybe a month and a half at my apartment. Spread out, of course, like he stayed Thanksgiving, few weekends, you know. So I knew what he was like at home. You know, I've been to his apartment too. Fun fact, he does clean a lot, so that's nice. Get you a boyfriend or just a significant other who knows how to clean. None of that nasty Cheeto dusted blankets with a whole corner full of who knows what. None of that. You're in college, you want a man, not a person who doesn't know how to clean. I almost said teenager, but he is a teenager. I'm technically not anymore. Ugh, it just doesn't make sense to me. Is this how an adult decorates? Oh, honestly, maybe. Okay, I just realized the whole thing of primer fell on my mic, so I don't know if my mic is ruined or not. All right, next up, we're gonna use a concealer. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer, just to get rid of the dark spots on my face, so I mean acne marks. And we're gonna also use it as my regular concealer. Warm it up in your hand. So I'm gonna get up close. We're gonna put a little bit more there. I already covered those acne marks, that one right there. I don't really need to do the forehead. I'll just probably do like a little mark there. You wanna make sure this is also close to your skin tone, not too light, because then it's going to look like you put concealer on. And you all know I don't like the makeup look. I want the skin to look like skin. And this concealer is just, it's pretty good. I kind of like it. So we're gonna let this dry down. Don't be scared, it doesn't dry down all the way. It is a pot concealer, so it's gonna stay a little bit dewy. But any concealer is more high coverage if you let it dry down just a little bit before blending it out. Also a tip from Jackie Aina. We're gonna answer some questions while this dries. What was your most memorable date with him? This is biased because it's the one where he asked me out to be his boyfriend and I pressured him to, sort of. It was the second one. So I went to his place, we walked around to Central Park because he lived there at the time. I think we got Chipotle. It was just a nice day I got to spend with him. And that's when I pressured him to ask me out because I was like, well, are you going to? Because I think we knew each other for 3 weeks at that point and I was like, what's going on? Like, does he not like me, or do we assume we're dating? What's the thing? I don't know how to do this, you know? First actual relationship here. Another good one, when he had to go home, like the last week we spent together, we got, what was it? Pro Nuts? Ate them in Washington Square Park. I think there's a picture right here, or a video, and then we went to the Museum of Natural History. It was just a really fun day because that was his first time there. And of course, he's like a science nerd, so he likes dinosaurs, space, all that stuff. Now we can blend this out. I'm gonna use my finger just because it is the most natural looking after. It's just a little bit of coverage. I don't like to have a ton of concealer under my eyes. There's one thing that I hate for me. I just don't like my under eyes to look that bright because I think it looks a little bit unnatural for me. I'd rather have my skin be like almost nothing and then have my eye look be everything. That's all I care about. And even though that concealer did look a little bit lighter, it does blend out just good enough to where it matches my skin tone. So this is what our skin looks like now. You can still see a little bit of the acne going through, so I'm going to do another layer just in case. Also get rid of that orange under that eye. Sorry, I got so off track. I didn't even answer the one about living together. We're comfortable living together. He was more confident than me. I was sort of like, what if we break up? I don't know what happens. But once again, you want both people to be confident going into it, because if one is already thinking it's doomed to fail, then it might fail. They might manifest that. You're subconsciously not going to try as hard if you think it's gonna fail already. And yes, we both sleep on this bed. Concealer's done, we're gonna do the foundation next. This is just a skin tint. It has SPF 30, so that's good too. But don't use this as your sunscreen. No ma'am. This one you can just roll around your face, and some people think it's unsanitary. I don't care. It's a glass roller ball inside, so it's said to be antibacterial, but I just like doing it. It feels satisfying. And this is one where you want to blend out fast. Don't wait for it to dry. I also spray this on my face before blending out because it just makes it easier, and it's a mattifying spray, so it sinks into your skin and mattifies it. Yo, what's the key to having a good relationship? Asking for a friend. Sure you are. Confidence and communication. I'm not gonna explain the first part. Communication, obviously, because you need to know how the other person's feeling at all times. None of this secretive shit, okay? I don't wanna hear, oh, my personality type is a ENFP ABCDWE, so I'm not gonna share my feelings. I'm an asparagus, I can't reveal who I am because then you'll hate me. Like, none of that. Get rid of that. No personality test is a justification for you not being communicative with your partner. Also, past baggage is not an excuse too. I used to do that, which I talked about. It's so much easier when you can just talk to them about anything, explain your feelings to them. Understand that they love you, at least I hope, okay? So they want to know how you're feeling. They want to know what's best for you. Don't do something you don't want to do. Don't get pressured by yourself. Don't be like, ugh, I'll just do it for him and then shut up about it for the rest of my life. It's not worth it for you or for them. Also, timing. A lot of people are like, this relationship would have been great if it was just better timing. Sometimes that's true. Long distance doesn't work for everyone. Sometimes, you know, college is a factor that makes you too busy to see each other. Be patient in life. You know, y'all are probably like under 20, I would assume. This is my first relationship and I'm 20 years old and the average person goes through 7, I think, or something. It's not my first guy, but the first one to make me feel like as comfortable as I am today. So you gotta be patient. It'll come if you let it happen on its own. Don't force it. This is blended. No. I want to put on a little bit more just around mustache area. Sometimes I roll it on this too, it's convenient. How are things going? How's that kitty too? Things are going great. The kitty, unfortunately, if you follow my Twitter, I've been thinking about getting one. And we almost had one, but unfortunately they passed away because they got sick and they are a kitten. I don't want to talk about it too much, it gets me sad. But the third member of our family, actually fourth, sorry Levi, will be coming soon. Hopefully. Obviously, no promises. What's the best adjective to describe them with? Adjective, what's that again?
What's an adjective? What is an adjective? Is it an adjective where you like... Oh, that's a noun.
You're beautiful. Beautiful is
So beautiful is the adjective. I'm gonna put delicious. Is that an adjective? Yeah, that's a super adjective.
Come on, English lesson.
I'm kidding. I just can't think of one. I would say mature. Not in the old way, but one thing that always stands out to me is that he is one of the most mature people I have met. So it's always a good thing. And I just tend to like mature people because really, and they can also be gross because, you know, they don't clean. So I would rather take someone who knows their shit. I never want to be for the short term. I like long term instead. Because as a Cancer, I'm not gonna go there. So this is the skin. How do we like it? Very dewy. It's not even that dewy, like that's just how it naturally looks because of the lighting. Skin is still showing through, but now it's a blank canvas. I'm gonna do cream blush next just because you don't want to powder before cream. And I tend to want to see what my blush looks like after 30 minutes. It typically fades faster than everything else. So I just go overboard because I want to see what it looks like after. This is similar to the Cloud Paint. It's from Freck Beauty. They do like the freckle stuff. It's pigmented all right. And since we're doing a blue look, I want to do a little more natural. So this is like I don't know how to explain it. You'll see when I put on my face. So I go top of my cheekbone because it helps lift my face, and then nose for that cute, you know, kawaii, whatever. Don't be scared to get into the hairline. You don't want a line of demarcation. Blend this out for a while because you don't want your skin to be patchy after this. It dries fast, so you want to move quickly. Who's had a bigger say in how you're decorating your new place? Him. Who do you think? Granted, I did have all this stuff already. I just not like I bought everything new. He does have stuff too, it's just not in this frame. But his old apartment was a dorm, so he couldn't have so much stuff, you know, like he didn't have his own furniture. So of course, I happened to just have more. But we did pick up stuff together. I always told him like, this is what we got. Are you okay with this? Do you like this stuff? Everything matches. You'll see the room tour eventually. Okay, this is looking patchy and I realized I'm using the wrong brush. This one's way too flimsy, so like sometimes some patches of color will just stick, but this one is more thick, so you get to blend it better and you can just circle. So hopefully this looks better. Circles, tap it out. Ooh! It's a little more pigmented now, Frederick. I like to go up into my hairline too. Like I tend to use this as a bronzer just because I like how a blush looks up there. What are your guys' zodiacs? I mean, for your sake, so you can just like look it up. He is a Capricorn and I am a Cancer. Yes, I did say I have a vendetta against Capricorns, but that is just me being a Cancer. It was my ex. Of course, I'm gonna have a vendetta against them. What are your favorite things you have in common? We both are gay, so we both like each other sexually and romantically. We like gaming a lot too, so I tend to just play Valorant with him on stream. I haven't done it on stream, but I want to stream it too on Twitch. Okay, this sucks. Yeah. I don't know what went wrong. Maybe it's something in my skincare. This never has happened to me before, but now I don't know if I can recommend this product because did you see what happened? The blush peeled off. What? Oh good lord. Okay, let me fix this really quick. This is a perfect example of what you see isn't always the truth. While I'm fixing this, let's answer some more questions. Yeah. Favorite thing about him? Either a physical feature or personal feature or both. Okay, physically, I like his eyebrows. Y'all thought you were gonna get me. You thought you were gonna get me, huh? No, his eyebrows are really good. It's not fair. His height, his eyes too. I don't know what it is. It's like every guy has big eyelashes and they just make their eyes look so much prettier. And then there's me with the straight ass eyelash. This is the straightest thing about me, these eyelashes. Whatever that blush was, I'm not using it again because what the hell just happened? We're gonna use Rare Beauty Melting Blush instead. So this color. Just wanted to be a little bit neutral for a blue look. Yeah, much better, Frederick, much better. I don't really try with this. I know I've said this before, but literally, Selena, what the hell did you put in this blush? It just blends out so fast. I can't. All right, we're gonna let that settle in, so hopefully it tones down by the time we're done. Next, we're gonna do eyes. So we're gonna take an eyeshadow primer. This is also from Rare Beauty. What is one valuable lesson that you have learned from your boyfriend and how has that changed your relationship / life? To be open. That's similar to what I said before, but that definitely helped change just what I think about him and how I go about this relationship now because it's so much easier. So yeah, don't be afraid to communicate. Don't be afraid of confrontation. It doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing. There you go. Oh my God, I'm such a good advice person. I should be a therapist, and I should not, because one, I did not go to therapy school. I have 3 classes in psychology. That's not enough. I understand when people DM me and they want relationship advice, but you gotta understand, I don't know you like that. Please don't come to me for advice because I'm scared of giving the wrong advice. And I'm talking to the DM requests, that. All right, so I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics Trevor palette. Look, it's just rainbows. We're gonna go in between the blue and the light blue to get the nice, like, natural matte. Did I just say natural? What the hell? Nothing's natural about this. I'm gonna start off with the light blue one because you wanna go light to dark, in my opinion. It's very pigmented, so we're gonna... This is also how I do basically every eyeshadow look on my Instagram, so if you were curious, now's your secret. Ooh, very pigmented, y'all. And this is what takes me so long to get ready. Does living together change anything in a relationship? Like, does it make it stronger, more difficult? I would say it depends, because for me, it makes it easier. It's just more convenient. Living together doesn't have to be a bad thing. Like, I don't know what people always say, it's gonna fail if you live together. If you have similar schedules and just similar ways of living in general, so yes, it's easier because he cooks, he cleans, he does most of the stuff, and I sit back and watch, and I kick him out of the room so I can film. I'm kidding. I cook for myself sometimes. Oh, this palette. I don't know what it is in this blue, but not sponsored. Just look. Do you see that? A little tip, start off with your hands right here because it lets you blend better. It's just more seamless. If you go here, you're gonna put too much pigment in one area and then it's hard to blend out. So I like to go light hand, just circle back and forth. You wanna do like a wing, sort of like that. Little triangle. And I just look at Instagram while I do this at this point. Does he sleep in your room or does he have his own room? Well, we do have a couch, so we could sleep separately if we like ever got in a big fight or something, but so far we've both slept here. That's my side. I like the right side more. I like to wash my fish sometimes. What's your favorite place to go with your boyfriend? I like to go, well, first to like any park with him, especially Central Park, just because it's so much better than the other ones here. We like to go biking together, so I got a city bike membership. He has one too. It's only like $200 a year, but it's worth it if you live in New York City and you commute a lot. So we just bike around the parks. We go around the edge of the water. It's fun. And he helps lead the way because I get scared biking alone. All right, I think the base eyeshadow is blended enough. We are now going to go into the darker blue with a smaller brush and put it in the inner corner here. This is inner corner, outer corner. Any small things he does that make you happy? Jesus Christ, that's too much. This is so pigmented, I don't know what to do. I did not want it to be that much, I wanted a hint. Okay, it's fine, Frederick, it's fine. Any small things he does that make you happy? Everything. This is disgusting. He does a lot. First of all, like the cooking, just like the cleaning. Another example, yesterday I was very sleepy from editing, so I woke up at like 7 p.m. instead. And I said I was hungry and I wanted pizza, so he said, just, you know, order one, I'll pick it up for you. And he biked there for me. Who does that? Why do good people do so many good things? So notice how the dark blue just made it a little bit deeper, made it a little more sultry. Also, I want to talk about how monolids are so annoying to work with because you put all this color down and then you look away and it's all gone. We don't want to go too deep though. Remember, this is not supposed to be a smoky look. This is supposed to be pastel, summery. Okay, that's done. We're gonna do inner corner now to brighten it up. So I have this shimmery blue that I'm gonna put towards like the center and the here, inner corner. Did the pandemic affect communication with my boyfriend? I would say no, because we did meet a year ago during the height of it, I would say. So when we met online, he already was quarantining, so that's why I couldn't meet him for the first 2 weeks. 2.5. So if anything, it helped because it forced us to get to know each other online instead of just going in person and then it being awkward. Was it still awkward though in person? Yes, very much so. After this, you want to take, hopefully if you have a white eyeshadow shimmer, that'd be good, but I have just an almost white one. I'm gonna put it in the center to brighten up even more. Don't use a matte shadow, it's not worth it. And then to get rid of this harsh circle line, we're just going to take a new brush that doesn't have anything on it and just blend on the edge. If you're feeling very confident, you can take something that has a little bit of that blue left, the light blue at least, and go towards there just to sort of make it transition. And there you go. That's the first half of it done. For the bottom half, we're going to first outline the waterline. So we're gonna do this freaky stuff. This is from About Face Beauty. This is Halsey's brand. I can't talk while I do this, so hopefully you see the difference it makes. I don't have a nude liner, but if you do have one, use that instead. It brightens the eye more. But that one works really well, actually. That's my first time trying it. Damn. Hopefully it stays there. My eyes get super watery every time I put on makeup. Lastly, we're just gonna take a little bit of that blue eyeshadow and put it underneath. Be careful with fallout, just like, you don't need a lot for this part. And then one dip into the darker blue just towards the end. Final step, take a glitter, just any kind, and put it in the center. I'm not gonna answer a question because I can't talk while I do this. And then inner corner highlight, just take the white again. There you go. Ooh, so pretty. I'm gonna do the other half now. Does he play any instruments? I don't know if he does actually. I do know he was a singer, so that is, oh, like he was in theater too, so I'm pretty sure he can sing. He does not play the piano, so I got something going for me at least. I think he knows how to play the guitar. I'm not sure because he's never played it in front of me, nor do we have a guitar here. What are his favorite songs? He does like Mr. Perfectly Fine by Taylor Swift, but I don't know his favorite song of all time because we don't listen to the same music, nor does he play it out loud here. Kinda cliche, but what made you fall for him? I would say it's everything combined. Just because one thing should not make you fall for him. If there's only one, you might want to rethink some stuff. How do you throw yourself out there so bravely? I'm too scared to do it. You gotta be confident first. How do you get confidence? Well, there's a lot of things to help with that. In terms of relationships and like putting yourself out there, I guess my thought process is I would like to have a boyfriend in life. If I can't find one now, it's fine, but if one comes my way, I'm not gonna stop that. So just live in the moment. Confidence is hard to talk about. Like it comes with time, it comes with age too. I'm not gonna act like 8th grade me was all that and all, yeah, I'm pretty. I think it's more of a self-reflection though. You gotta ask yourself, why am I too scared to do this? Is it because I'm scared of rejection? Is it because I don't think anyone's gonna like me? Well then, if so, you should change your way of thinking of that stuff. Stop being pessimistic on yourself, it doesn't help you. Who's the most spoiled one in the relationship? You mean like in terms of each other? I would say probably me. It's not like he showers me with gifts. It's more he helps me with a lot of things. Like he does a lot of stuff for me. Doesn't mean I don't do stuff back. I help too. But in terms of like amount of times one has been spoiled, it's more me. But he uses all my skincare, so I have that going for me. Have you guys talked about the future yet? You gotta be kidding me. Who burned something this time? We'd already talked about next year living. He wanted to go uptown and I was like, ugh, how far uptown? Because the apartments do look better there, so I'll consider it. Family? Cat? Kids? Kids? Children? No, absolutely not. Do not give me a child in this world. I don't want to ruin it. I also hate it when they get into the 10s to 16 years old. No offense. I don't want to raise someone who grew up with TikTok. Not ready for that. Do you guys ever argue? Who doesn't? Like, I'm tired of people who think that a perfect relationship means no arguments. That's literally not possible. If you don't have any arguments, I fear for your relationship because I think you're hiding stuff from the other person. Yes, we get into arguments. They're like small ones though. It's not about big stuff. If your parents get into arguments, like you should know that it's a normal thing. Am I gonna upload my arguments on the internet? Probably not. There's no reason to. But I think because a lot of YouTubers don't show the bad sides of relationship, then they assume it's always perfect and that no, they never argue. Arguments are bad. No, they help you communicate. That's the point of one, is to help communication. If you're arguing about like really big stuff though, maybe you should check that out. So my eyes are done. Now we're going to do a little bit of nose contour. I have this from YesStyle. It happens to match me perfectly. But does it have a good range? No. I'm sorry, Korean brands don't know what inclusivity is yet. But I take these two shades in the middle. This is like a very grayish brown, and then this is a little bit more warm, but still not, you know, like bronzer level. And I'm just gonna go in this area. It's hard to explain. Just create a little bit more shadow here. Don't be scared to get in there, okay? No one's gonna notice. Do I like my nose? Yeah, but also when I put on foundation, you kind of lose all definition because it becomes flat. So this helps show you like, yeah, my nose didn't go missing. I don't like changing the shape of my nose. That's a little unnecessary. So just go around here, you know, under here too. This part, it just helps create dimension. It's like your eyes are a little bit, you know, far back in your face. It's not all flat, if that makes sense. You really don't want that to be harsh though. So we're going to just blend it out with what we used for our foundation. Go down the center and on the sides. Still may look harsh, but think about if I have glasses on, it's almost like you can't tell. That's the whole point. You can mess up all you want here. If you have glasses, it's gonna be hard to see it. Now it's on to my eyebrow routine. I still use this palette for my eyebrows. I go between this brown and that black just because it creates the perfect shade for me. Brow gels, tinted ones, they tend to go like too dark. I like a little bit of brown in there. It's very hard for someone to pull off fully black because I feel like everyone has a tiny bit of highlight in their hair. Also pure black eyeshadow, that's a little harsh for your eyebrow. Dip between the brown and the black. We're using a very tiny brush. This is a liner brush. Going to outline here. I don't want to hear anyone say, how do you get good eyebrows when I have naturally good eyebrows? If you want to know how to create eyebrows from scratch, go to Nikki tutorials. I'm not poking fun. I just know you have a little bit less eyebrows and you have a good routine. But, watch people who have similar natural eyebrows like you. Again, if your eyebrow isn't like mine, I wouldn't recommend a tutorial from me because my tutorial is literally do strokes through your eyebrow like this. Upward strokes here, don't even bother with the center. Do a few lines under like this to define it a little bit more. Take only the black eyeshadow and do it towards the end to make a little more definition. I don't even have to use this. I just want to get rid of this palette because I don't want to keep this around. And that is the difference between these two eyebrows. How did I know I was ready to move on with him? I was never 100%. I don't think anyone can be 100%. I am a little more pessimistic in that I will think like there's always a what if we break up. But I guess when I just realized like, well, we both have lived together in each other's apartments for a few days at least, weeks, a month total. I like how you live. You know how I am with YouTube and like plants and skincare routine, editing late. So when I'm moving together, like I trust him enough. At that point in my relationship, it felt stable. Like I knew he and I weren't going anywhere. It was more of a gradual thing instead of a one moment in time where it was like, yeah, I trust you now. Obviously, I wouldn't have thought about moving in with him 1 month into the relationship. We're almost done with the routine. I'm starting to get a little bit shiny, but that's okay. Am I sweating in here? Yes. So we're now going to re-look at the blush. She's looking cute, so we don't have to redo it. But I honestly might take a little bit more just on the nose, and also it helps make the nose contour a little bit less noticeable. And blush under your nose too. That is another secret. For highlight, I'm taking my boyfriend's makeup. He bought this a long time ago. It's from Bretman Rock, and we're gonna go in with just like this shade and this shade. So we're gonna go nose, nose bridge, cheek, other cheek. It like turned into a full-on beak. I forgot about this part. I will take eyebrow gel, and the only part I have that messes up sometimes is the ends of my eyebrows. They tend to like get a little bit fluffy and they don't point where I want them to. I don't need eyebrow gel through the rest. It like stays in place. It's just the end, so I will just take it in my finger and just pinch right there. You can definitely get away with this by doing hairspray or just a pomade as well. Finally, we're gonna get into lips. So first off, scrub before. I did it already. Take a little bit of concealer around your lip. Not so much that you block them out completely, but just a little bit. You can have a lip stain. I'm gonna use a lipstick today. This is from Urban Decay. It's in the shade Rouge. Nope, that's just red. The 405 Shine. Look how pretty this is. So I'm going to just do it in the center. Ever so slightly. You want to create the Korean lip. Add a little bit more. Then we're just going to take a gloss all over it. And the reason why I'm using this one is because it helps get rid of those lines. Oh, it just smells sweet. Look at that magic. Yeah, you like that. Okay. And then to prevent lip gloss or lipstick getting on your teeth, take a napkin, wrap it on your finger, and just move it through your lips. Like, I can't explain it, just watch. That would have gotten on my teeth eventually. Final step is just a little bit of setting powder. I never want to use a brush because brushes don't push it into the skin. So just a little bit of powder, push it in there and this area. But here's the final look. How do we like it? Here's it with the glasses on. Wow, right? Beautiful, stunning, gorge. I'm gonna see if there's any last questions and then we'll wrap up. When did you realize you had developed feelings for him? Second of, because I would not have swiped if not. The reason why I wanted to swipe was because he did have an NYU hoodie in one of the pictures, so I thought, oh, he goes to NYU, convenient. No, he got waitlisted, but he wanted to go to NYU. So yes, I do rub it in his face every day. You may have gotten straight A's in high school, but I got into NYU. That's exactly how I say it too. What's one thing you find annoying in each other? I do not like that he's gonna watch this too. I don't like that he hogs the pillow at night. Normally I have a big squishmallow here, but he takes it. It's mine. I would like it at night. He doesn't cuddle me right now because I'm apparently too hot and like a furnace. So I guess another thing I get annoyed is he gets too hot easily. I want to open the window. He wants the AC on. Yeah, I get mad at his body temperature regulation. What's the little thing you notice about him that you find really cute? I get to see him fully smile, like, because he doesn't like to. So when I see him laugh, he does occasionally do the ha 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 ha. It's a terrible example, but like, you know when people laugh and they open their mouth a little bit and show their smile? That's nice to look at. Does anyone hit on your partner while you were out in public together? They better not. Oh, this earring is moving. Did you guys put your Minecraft beds together? Yes. What was your favorite thing about him when you first met? His height. What did he like about you the most? I don't know. Everything. He's sleeping. If I remember, I'll put it right here. How long have we been dating? We first got together in September 12th, but we knew each other a month before we officially started dating. So 10 months officially, and then 11 months we knew each other. Let me know what I should do for our 1-year anniversary. If I didn't answer your question, it's because it was stupid. So that is all I have for you all. I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me and this Q&A. Thank you again to Tammy for sponsoring this video. If you want more of these types of Get Ready With Me videos, let me know. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos every week. Social medias are all right here. Go check out the Twitch streams. We've been doing them more frequently now. And hopefully I will see you all for the live stream on Tammy. And I love you all, and everything is less than 3. Joey? He's asleep.